Oh, he's dancing. Call
Nice
me.
dancing,
Bring him on.
Okay, so we have very important people that actually, it's the first time we've had people on who are actually still in work.
Yeah,
I know.
it is.
I know. So we're going to quickly bring them on because we don't want to take up too much of their time.
No.
So we have Sian and Hayley, our sexual health nurses. Good evening.
Good evening, Sian and Hayley.
Evening all.
Look how official this is. They're actually good. Ladies, where are you?
We're in Dewi Sant Hospital in the sexual health department.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Honestly, we're literally going to go global. I'm telling you. If we keep doing this, right? There we are.
Oh, I love that.
Big respect. Big respect.
Yeah.
If we are in Dewi Sant Hospital this month, we could be in, I don't know, Aldi next week.
Pretty
This is
sure.
amazing. This is amazing. I
We're
love
surprised
it.
in the places we go.
I bet.
So, Sian, Hayley, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. We won't keep you too long because obviously you're busy in work there.
No
Although
worries.
I'm glad there's no clients in because that would be difficult, wouldn't
It's
it?
like breach of confidentiality, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us a bit about what you do.
Right, so we are sexual health nurses. So we have a kind of proper job Monday to Friday. But a few of us here, like myself, Sian and Nick, who can't be here tonight, he's one of our male nurses, we've taken on an extended role, which is called Youth Partnership. So we cover everybody starting from the age of 13 and the cut-off is 25. We cover all the hostels in Rhondda and Taff, all the youth centres, all the schools and colleges. And we just basically go around and we take services to them. We do presentations, talks, quizzes. We do emergency contraceptions, sexual health screenings, workshops, contraception cover. We do a bit of everything, but we kind of take it to them and make it available for them to come to us here if that's what they want. So yeah, that's
awesome.
That is awesome. And because obviously when the days pre-COVID and we were all in youth clubs and stuff, I mean, you guys would come out to youth club with us and just join us for the evening and have a bit of fun. And if any young people wanted to have a talk or confidential chat with you, then you were already there with us, you know? So I think that...
Yeah, we have rooms and it's confidential one-to-one chats if they want to, or so we arrange group sessions as well if they want to just have some education around sexual health or around contraception or just consent, which is really, really important. And knowing what consent means is really important, especially with the teenagers of today.
Yeah,
absolutely. I've seen a really good video about consent with a cup of tea. Have you seen that? I'll have to share that.
Oh, that's a brilliant video.
Yeah, it's it's really. Have you seen that, Matt? Yeah.
Yeah, really brilliant video of using sections before.
You'll probably find. Yeah, we'll get it to you. It's just, and it's talking about consent, but using a cup of tea. So as an example, you know. So, but yeah. Anyway, I digress.
We are looking though as well. Me and Nick did do some training about a month or so back with the youth workers. We took part in a training course to be able to come out on the streets and just tag along with you. And,
amazing.
You know, there's hot spots where kind of people are congregating, so you may see us around with the youth workers as well, just giving some advice and sign pointing where to go. So we are looking into that because we can't actually get into the youth centres at the minute, so we're targeting that part as well.
So if I was a young person watching this now, or watching it on catch up, because a lot of young people they don't all tune in now. Although we got quite a few watching us, which is amazing. So hi everybody, thank you so much. So even if we were watching this on catch up, I mean, why would, if I was worried about something, obviously I'd ring the number at the bottom of the screen there. But what would that? I mean, does that have to be a massive worry, or can that be just something I want to chat to somebody about, or?
No, worried well, basically, you know, anything that can concern you that you don't know the answer for, Dr. Google is not a great place to start.
No,
so
not at all.
Obviously professionals are always the best place to start. And it's literally a case of they'd ring up, we would triage over the phone, have a chat with them, and then for whatever they tell us, then if they needed to come into us, we would book them an appointment one-to-one, or if they didn't feel they could come to us and we really felt like they need some emergency contraception or sexual health screening or advice, then we go to them so that they're not missed, basically.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Something that, or it could be something we could squash over the phone because their worry actually isn't a worry, so they don't need to worry about it. So some things can be just squashed instantly, but like Sian said, Dr. Google is not a great place, and some people can take something tiny and make it massive because they've read reams and reams, when actually in reality it isn't like that at all.
And the worst diagnosis always comes up first, which is what everybody reads. This is the first thing that comes up. So
and also as well, if it's something that we can't sort out, sexual health related, we're in touch with a multidisciplinary team, so we can
signpost anyway.
We can refer to whatever that young person needs, whatever support. Like we liaise with mental health. We can pretty much access any service that young person needs. So if it's something not sexual health related, we can kind of refer on.
Kind of like a one-stop shop, really.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And I just got one more question. I don't know if the lads got any more, but is it a confidential service?
So do you mean like are young people able to make consent?
No.
And maybe
if
they come to us, would it go anywhere else, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Not unless that young person, if we thought that they were at risk, danger, life-threatening, then obviously certain situations it has to be escalated. But generally, when they come to us, they generated a number, so any tests are done under a number, not their name. So if their auntie Carol works in the lab, the auntie's not going to know they've been for a chlamydia test.
Yes,
so, and it doesn't go in. It doesn't go to the GP. It doesn't go in your hospital notes. And like I said, it's a case of in a dangerous situation that we would have to.
More of a safeguarding issue, but if there's a 13-year-old that wants a sexual screening or wants to start contraception or wants the emergency morning after pill, there's kind of a set of questions we need to ask, which we deem able to make their own choices, and ask for them to make their own choices so they don't have to go to mum and dad and ask them to kind of bring them down. They can ring us, we can do that assessment over the phone, and if we feel that they're able, they understand, they know what they're doing, and they're responsible enough, then they can pretty much access any kind of basic screening or contraception for themselves.
Because it's difficult even for adults to talk about this, isn't it? Because it's one of them subjects where nobody likes to talk about, really. But it's really important that we do.
We have to talk about it. We
take it for granted because it's just like even over our lunch break, it's probably the same conversation.
The things we carry in our bags, it's all very, it's just normal to us. So we got a really lovely clinic here where we're all super friendly. We're all a bit quirky. We don't judge. We come in and people feel super comfy and relaxed, and they realise that the stigma that they might have, they kind of leave it at the door, don't they, Sian? Some of them come in a little bit nervous, and that's even adults. Even adults come in a little bit oh God. But once we're here and they meet us, they're like, oh, you're so friendly, you're all so nice. And we're not just us who do the youth partnership, we're all the whole team is really it is a really nice team.
Okay.
So, it's really relaxed here. It's not a proper nursing environment. It's just really relaxed and friendly here. So
And this is why we want to get you on, because it is difficult to talk about, even for adults, and especially for young people. It's a really difficult subject. But we just wanted to get you on to obviously highlight the service. I'm sure a lot of young people would know it anyway, but just in case there's a couple who don't, and the fact that we wanted them to see you guys as well, because to me, you're really friendly, down to earth, and if I had a problem, I'd love to come to somebody like you guys and like your team. Because I feel like it would be a lot easier coming to you than somebody, I don't know, like a doctor or something. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's really nice to see your personalities as well,
Yeah. I agree completely. I think it's really nice to see how approachable you are. And if any of the young people are watching this and think, it's a bit of a thing for me, then don't be afraid. Don't worry about it. You can call the number. People will talk you through it.
Hi, Tia.
That's awesome. And yeah, they'll talk you through it, and it's all nice and relaxed, and it's a really good service.
We got a response here to the cup of tea when you said about consent. So Hayley, I hope Hayley's on about that anyway, but she says Google Thames Valley Police cup of tea.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not because
lovely. Thank you, Hayley.
Yeah.
Obviously, don't Google them if you've got a sexual health problem, because they will do nothing about it.
No, they won't.
And John, Martin is coming soon now. Martin is coming soon. Okay, ladies, we won't take up any more of your time. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
we really appreciate it.
Anything anybody needs, just bring us.
Yeah, numbers below. You can see Sian and Hayley, lovely people, really professional. And please don't sit back and worry about any problem sexual health wise. Give them a call.
Pick the phone up.
Yeah, pick the phone up. Yeah,
Pick the phone up.
You can ask for us.
Yeah, just ask for Sian, Hayley, or Nick. Nick is amazing as well. He's not very well tonight, so he's in the house.
He's a bit camera shy as well.
Yeah.
They're welcome. Okay, ladies, we'd love to have you back sometime. Is that okay?
It was my little premature wave. So as Les started speaking.
We'll see you again in a couple of months. Is that okay? Will you come back? Lovely.
Yeah, just give us an
Thank
email.
you. Have a safe, stay safe evening, okay?
Take care. I'm just going to keep waving.
You keep waving, James. You love it.
I know you were like, get out, go.
No, I just didn't want to be. I was like, I didn't want to seem polite. But,
Summer, yes, agree. The lovely professionals, fit play, really.
And we've had obviously Hayley and Sian were on then, but we've had Louisa up in Penwine and stuff that I've worked with, and she's been amazing as well. So don't ever feel afraid to go and talk and pick up the phone and ask us, and we can help you. Any YEPS workers can help you contact them as well. So
that's right.
Yeah.
I think more people should start normalising.
Yeah.
That's right. I totally agree. It shouldn't be embarrassing. I mean, we all human. We all can go through, have sexual health problems. Just ring. Don't worry about it. Nobody's going to judge you. Judge you. Okay, let's move on. Oh, I didn't do my joke. I was going to sing. Let's talk about Sian and Hayley. Let's talk about... I missed it. Oh, God.
That's a good one.
See... That's why I'm doing this. The comedy element from me is amazing, honestly, I tell you.
And the levels of modesty.
That's right.